Okay, shall we have a little chat? I have been assigned a task and I think, do you really want to know this? Getting to know me. And I did put it off because I thought I've already done the 40 questions. However, there's not much going on in the garden at the moment. There's not much we can do. I'm itching to start my seeds. I really am. But I must hold fire. I cannot start them till March because, as I said before, I don't have all the wonderful indoor grow light system, etc. I'm going to be doing mine outside in the greenhouse with only heating is going to be a grow mat. So then I thought I could do the winter sowing method. But there's been so many great videos about winter sowing. I'm not going to do that either. And I did think of one job that I wanted to do, which was to remove the huge old gnarled, how do you say that, gnarled old berberis, which is probably about 30 years old. I want to remove that, but the ground is so, I would just be covered in mud. So I'm not going to do that today. So I thought today is the anniversary, the 1 year anniversary, 2nd of February, of when I first uploaded a video and started the Enthusiastic Gardener. Little knowing what 2020 was to bring, and we all know what 2020 brought. We don't need to go over that one. But I didn't know that that was going to happen. I didn't know that the garden was going to be my complete saviour for the whole of 2020 and really ramp up my enthusiasm. And the reason I started the channel was because I watched other YouTube channels, my favourite of course being Laura on Garden Answer, and I thought, well, I'm out here doing it, let's film it, let's see what happens. So it's been 1 whole year today and I've made so many friends in the garden community, or as Mrs. Milkshake from I Kill Pretty Things says, garden community. She makes me laugh. So yes, so many good friends, and I'm so grateful for every single subscriber. Anyway, let's do these 9 getting to know me questions, and I was challenged by my lovely friend Una, whose garden channel I'm sure you all know. If you don't, you must go and have a look. It's called Granny's Garden and she lives in Spain, and we did a collaboration just before Christmas, which was real fun. Anyway, she challenged me to answer these 9 getting to know you questions. So that's what I'm going to do. And I will try and put some pictures in the video as well, just to make it a little bit more interesting, I hope. And so I will answer honestly and truthfully. And I don't know, have I got the camera at the right angle? Are you supposed to have the camera looking down on you, or are you supposed to have it looking up on you? It's the double chins I'm thinking of. But anyway, we'll have the camera here. It is what it is. Who am I kidding? Cup of coffee. I must just show you this sunset, which I opened my front door this morning and this beheld me. Isn't that gorgeous? And I thought, quick, where's my camera? Let's take a quick video of that, because this front faces the east, so this is the morning sky. So if ever you see a beautiful morning sky, it's usually because I've opened my front door and here we are. So anyway, let's go. Right, did you have a garden growing up? I did. My mum is a lovely gardener. I will try and find a couple of pictures of her garden now. Don't have any pictures of her garden from when I'm young. She probably does. And yes, a beautiful garden. And did I help? No, I don't think I paid one slightest bit of interest in all the beautiful garden Mum was creating. Mum's 81 now. She had her birthday the other day, so happy birthday belated to Mum. Yes, I didn't pay a slightest bit of interest at all in the garden, but the garden was gorgeous and I didn't help her at all, but she liked it, so sorry Mum. Number 2, where was your first garden and what did you grow? Okay, my first garden was when I was married to Richard, so that the first garden was 1982 and I lived there for 6 years. and it was a very tiny square garden. And what did I grow? I grew weeds. I grew very, very long grass. I had no interest at all. We had a next door neighbour, and his name was Keith, lovely neighbour. He was older than us. He loved his garden so much. He would literally brush the lawn with a stiff broom every day. He had bonsais, this beautiful shed out the back, beautiful bonsais. He used to clip his lawn with scissors. So we were totally opposite. He used to look over our shed, our garden fence, and roll his eyes at us. We did not do a thing. I think I can find a picture of our garden, which was in 1985. It was Live Aid Day, and we did a little barbecue. So this is what we looked like then. We had a couple of friends over, and that was a great day, as you all know. 1985 Live Aid. Everyone remembers where they were that day. So I didn't do anything in my first garden. Who taught you to garden is number 3. Nobody taught me to garden apart from watching everybody else on YouTube, but that's only been recently, the last say 4 or 5 years, that I found YouTube and found gardening channels. So nobody taught me. I've always just bought things, put them in. If they looked unhappy, then I moved them. If they died, I bought something different. So nobody taught me. I have no training at all. And I had loads and loads of gardening books before the internet. If you're young enough, you won't remember before the internet, but there was a before the internet. We had to have books. We had to go to libraries. Would you believe? Okay, number 4. Why do you garden? I garden because it makes me feel so happy. And being outside is the best medicine for your well-being that you could do. And why do I garden? I love seeing beautiful things. What can I say? I love it. It makes me happy. Right, number 5. When did you plant your current garden? I've been in this house for 16 years, and I've had a video out which was how I got my enthusiasm for gardening back. That I did that video sometime last year, and it explains all that in depth. So the whole story is there. I won't repeat it. I forgot the question. What was the question? Oh yes, when did you plant your current garden? So then, as I said in that video, we were fortunate enough to be able to get this all landscaped, and from that moment on, my enthusiasm just rocketed, and I planted things then, really. Okay, how do you decide what you're going to grow? How do I decide what I'm going to grow? There are lots of plants that I like, so I think about the aspect. Is it the shade? Is it the sun? Etc, etc. All the normal things, really. How do I decide? I like something, and also I have to find it, so then I grow it. Don't know the answer to that, really. Number 7. Which plants and flowers brought you the most joy last year? Oh, my clematis. Lots of clematis. I have planted 9 over there, another one there 10, another one there 11, another one there 12. Lucy is being very naughty. She wants me to come in. She wants me to sit down and watch telly and have a cuddle, which isn't a bad idea. I'm going to shut that door and then we won't hear her. Right, I'm nearly there anyway, so not much longer. Number 8. What are some gardening tools you can't do without? A little hand fork, hand trowel, secateurs, of course. Sorry, Lucy is distracting me. She's been very naughty. I'm not plugging my videos, but I had my 10 essential items for the garden. they're all there. They're all essential. And finally, number 9, what elements are part of your dream garden? I watch Team Aquascape. I don't know if you've ever seen Team Aquascape. Amazing waterfalls and ponds, and I like the ones that are pondless waterfalls, that you just see the water coming down between the rocks. You don't have to. We had fish in our second garden, and we had koi, and they were enormous. They were this big, that wide. If you got them out, they were that wide. And unfortunately, they all died one year. One year we came out, and every morning there was another one floating on the top. And we'd had these koi for years, and we didn't know what happened, and it was so disheartening. So I didn't want fish after that, and it's a lot of work having a pond. We had our first pond was a raised pond. Richard built a big rectangle, was about that high, that wide, 10 feet long. We had lovely koi. They were tiny baby kois, and I remember in particular 2 of them, I named them Wealthy and Healthy, and then Healthy died, which wasn't very promising for Wealthy. Wealthy followed, I don't know. I went to koi shows, really got into it, but when they die, and also with koi, I think they continue growing no matter what the size of the pond is. Chris Stubbins, you would know all this. I'm not an expert, and I don't think I have the time to look after them properly. I'm not so enthusiastic about fish ponds. I love fish ponds, but not for me. So anyway, my question was, what are your dream elements in the garden? I would like one of those pondless waterfalls. That would be lovely. They cost thousands, but I love watching the videos. Those guys are amazing. Yes, that's 9 things about me and my gardening. I don't know if anybody made it to the end, but that's my story of gardening. Thank you, Una, for nominating me. If anybody would like to do the 9 questions, those are the 9 questions. I'd love to watch, because I actually do like watching things like that. And that's it from me. I'm Janette. I am the enthusiastic gardener. Thank you for taking the time and trouble for watching me, and happy anniversary to myself for a whole year on YouTube. Best thing I ever did. See you later. Bye.